Hi, Dr. Jamie here, and thank you for joining me in this yoga practice. One of the greatest gifts of yoga is that it can help us to quiet our minds during stressful times. Thousands of years ago, the physical asana practice, the movement, the poses, were developed to help prepare the mind and body to be able to sit for a little bit of meditation, to find that quietude, that stillness that allows us to anchor into peace. So join me in this practice today, and we will start off gentle and then work towards some poses that are designed to really get the blood pumping and the energy flowing through the body, to work out those yayas that can come into the mind and body when we are under stress and in anxiety. And then we're going to wrap up, after we've done that work, with a little guided meditation to help you quiet the mind and anchor into the stability of peace. Thank you for joining me. Let's get started. Namaste. Hey, welcome. Thanks again for taking a little time to join me in this yoga practice. In this session, we're going to get the blood pumping and the energy flowing through the body while we ground and settle down, coming out of any anxiety or distractions in the brain, anchoring our focus mindfully into the body, and then setting that anchor deep into the earth to help us stay steadfast in stressful times. Sound good? I think so. Come on, let's do some yoga. Go ahead and come to lying on your back. Take your time as you settle into the floor. Close your eyes. Turn your focus inward to the breath. Pulling the breath slowly, deeply into the count of 4. Exhale to the count of 4 as well. Remember, this is your time to settle your focus in the moment. Nothing else matters at this time. This is your gift to you. This is self-nurturing. Balancing the breath and helping to balance the energy in the mind and body. And then soften and release your hips, glutes, and low back. Soften and release the shoulders, the neck. One more round of breath here. And then arches together, ankles together, feet are flexed. Big breath into the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in and bring the right knee into the chest. So the feet are flexed here. Go ahead and roll your ankles, release any creaking, cracking, snap, crackle, popping, reverse the direction. Come back to both feet flexed, big breath in. As you exhale, draw that right thigh in a little more. Pull the thigh into the belly. Now soften and release the muscles in the neck and shoulders. One more round of breath here. And then release that foot to the floor. Arches together, ankles together, big breath in. Exhale, draw the left knee in. Pull the thigh into the belly. Feet are flexed. Release any stress or tension in the neck and shoulders, and roll the ankles once more. Reverse the direction. Keep the breath moving through. Back to the feet flexed. Big breath in. Exhale, gently hug that thigh in a little bit more, but soften the neck and shoulders. We don't want to create tension there, so release, relax the neck and shoulders. And you can even turn your head a little side to side to help those muscles to let go. One more round of breath in this position. And then big breath into the belly. Exhale, draw your belly in, release that leg to the floor. Take a moment, close your eyes, balance the breath. Reclined child's pose. Big breath into the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in, bring both knees into the chest. Right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left knee. Keep the big toes together like they're magnetized together. Draw the knees away from one another and then pull the knees gently towards the shoulders. Here again, soften the neck and shoulders. Release any tension there. Allow the breath to be smooth and balanced. Once you've gotten into the form of the pose, bring your awareness to your hips, glutes, and low back. Inhale, expand with breath. Exhale, soften and release the hips, the glutes, the low back. And even the groin, you should feel some work in the groin area as well. If you can get that tension to back off a little, then you have created space to deepen the pose. If it still feels equally as tight, do not deepen the pose. Deepen the breath and think about sending that exhale to those areas to soften and melt that tension away. If you are ready to deepen, you got a little bit of that tension to release, add a little pressure with the knees, the hands pulling the knees outward. Soften, release the neck and shoulders. Draw the knees a little bit closer towards you. One more round of breath here. And then knees together. Hug the knees strongly into the chest. Maybe give just a tiny bit of motion side to side. Be really careful here. Don't go wild side to side, because you can kind of tweak that low back and sacral area if it's not fully warmed up yet. And we are just getting started. We're not warmed up yet. All right, one more round of breath here. And then release the feet to the floor. Grab your yoga strap, or if you don't have a yoga strap, just get an old belt. I got one of my dad's old Western belts from the 70s here. Big breath into the belly. Exhale, pull the belly in. Legs are straight and strong, feet are flexed, and then bring that right knee in, so belt or strap to the ball of the foot. And then kick the leg up. So notice that I'm not flexing my foot because I'm not warmed up enough. My calf is not warmed up enough to be happy about what I just did there. Don't do that. Okay, so I'm lengthening the line of my leg from the hip out through the mound of the big toe, right there at the top of the ball of the foot and under the big toe, just below the big toe. Okay, so I'm lengthening up and I'm straightening my leg as close to perpendicular as I can get. Whatever you use, whether it's a yoga strap or a belt, make sure that it's long enough that you can let your shoulders rest on the floor. That way you can soften and release the neck and you're not creating strain there. If you can't get your leg up to perpendicular, no problem. Lower the leg and deepen the breath. Once you've gotten into the form of the pose, left leg is working also. Left leg straight and strong. Left foot is flexed. Slow and steady breath. Balance the breath. So when I was working with this old Western belt of my dad's earlier, I realized that I can still smell his aftershave that he used to wear back in the day in this belt. He doesn't wear aftershave anymore or cologne anymore. We're pretty much a fragrance-free family. But that was a blast from the past when I was like, wait a minute. Oh yeah! All right, one more round of breath here. And then draw the knee in. Release the foot to the floor. Take a moment to soften and release entirely. Let all that muscle energy in the legs go. Close your eyes and allow the breath to be balanced, flowing in and out. One more round of breath here. And then arches together, ankles together, feet flexed. Big breath in. Exhale, draw the belly and bring the left knee into the chest and bring that strap or belt to the ball of the foot. Lengthen the line of the leg up. Soften the shoulders onto the floor. Release any tension in your neck. Right leg is working straight and strong. Right foot is flexed. Again, if this is too much with that left leg, you can lower the leg, or if you need to bend the leg as well, go for it. Once you find the position that you're going to start from, soften the left thigh, left hip. Lengthen the leg away from you. Allow the breath to be smooth and balanced. Release any tension in the neck and shoulders. One more round of breath here. And then big breath into the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in, bend the knee, and set the strap to the side, but keep it handy. We'll be using that later. Take a moment to soften and release. Close your eyes and allow that balanced breath to roll through into 4 and out to 4 as well. Softening and releasing with the exhale. One more round of breath in this position. And then rolling to your right side, or whatever side feels good to you. If you've got back stuff going on and you need to roll to your left, then go for it. Take a moment here, left hand on the floor in front of your heart. And now as we transition from the floor, we want to lengthen the spine away from the hips and engage the core. Here we go. Big breath into the belly. Exhale. Draw the belly in, push down through the left hand, and lengthen the spine as you come on up to sitting cross-legged. If you have a difficult time sitting with a nice long spine in the cross-legged position, then go ahead and grab a cushion or a phone book. Right, Kitty? In my yoga video I put out last week, I don't know, I randomly recalled using phone books, big fat phone books for props, and so I put a call out to see, does anybody still have any phone books? My regular yoga student Kitty has 3. So if you want to borrow a phone book for a prop, get a hold of Kitty. Anyway, all right, come to a comfortable seated position. Lengthen your spine and deepen your breath. Gentle twist to begin to warm the back up a little more. All right, inhale the right arm up, long spine. Exhale, draw the belly in and twist to the left. Right hand straight right arm straight and strong. Right hand on the left leg. Left hand comes behind you. Lengthen the spine and deepen the breath. Soften and release the hips, the glutes, the low back. If you can get a little bit of softening and releasing in the hips and the glutes and the low back, try to go deeper into the pose, but ease into it. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, pull the belly in. Use that right arm to help you push yourself around just a little bit more. Deepen the breath here. One more round of breath in this position. And then inhale, long spine, come back to forward. Other side. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, draw the belly in, twist to the right. Deepen the breath here. Gentle twist, warming up the back. Inhale, expanding. Exhaling, softening, releasing. If you can get a little release in the low back, hips, glutes, then ease into it, deepening the pose. Big breath in. Exhale, draw the belly in and use that left hand to push yourself around. Nice long spine, shoulders releasing down the back, heart buoyant, open, lifted. Allow the breath to roll through. One more round of breath in this position. And then inhale, come on back to facing forward. Let's roll the shoulders, palms face the sky. Inhale, forward, up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, forward, up. Exhale, back and down. Get funky with it. Inhale, back, up. Exhale, forward, down. Inhale, back, up. Exhale, forward, down. Robot. Oh, sorry. Anyway. Child's pose. Okay, I'm gonna clear my mat and get my knee pads. So if you don't have one of these handy dandy, brought to you by Amazon.com yoga knee pads, grab a beach towel. Just use a beach towel or a blanket as a nice flat surface so that both of the knees are equal height off the floor. You don't want one hip higher than the other. Okay, setting up for child's pose. Knees wide as the mat, big toes together, nice long spine. Settle the sits bones to the heels. See that I'm lengthening my spine here first, then big breath into the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in and release down to the floor. Let the belly settle between the thighs, and then you can settle your forehead on your hands stacked. Or maybe go ahead and release to the floor, but check in with your neck. If you're up here and your neck is dropping down, no bueno. Grab a phone book, kitty, or a block, or a stack of books, and set your forehead there. Soften and release into the pose. Balance the breath. Inhale to 4 and exhale to 4. Soften and release the hips, the glutes, the low back. One more round of breath here. And then big breath into the belly. Exhale, draw the belly up and in, and come on up to the neutral tabletop position. I got warmed up, so I'm going to go ahead and lose my second layer. Got the blood flowing and the energy pumping. Or the energy pumping and the blood flowing. Wrists under the shoulders. Knees under the hips. Nice long spine. I'm going to turn my toe pads into the floor. Making my way into sunbird. Nice long spine. Big breath into the belly. Exhale, pull the belly up and in, straighten the right leg. But as I pull my belly up and in, that keeps my hips more level. Belly pulls up and in, right leg straight and strong. Big breath in. And again, exhale, pull the belly up and in, lift the left arm, gazing forward. Pull the belly in, lengthen from the left arm out and back through the right heel. One more round of breath here. And then keep the belly pulling in, lower the left hand. Switch sides, right knee down. Extend the left leg, pull the belly up and in, square the hips, deepen the breath, right arm forward, spread the fingers, draw the belly up and in, deepen the breath. Reach out through the right arm, root back through the left heel. One more round of breath here. And then float the hand down, bring the knee underneath you. Sunbird phase 2. Nice long spine. Bring the right leg straight back and pull the belly up and in. Square the hips. Big breath into the belly. Exhale. Arm forward. Pull the belly in. Lift the right leg straight back. If this is too much for you, go ahead and bring that foot back down to the floor. Belly pulls up and in, gazing forward. Lengthening out through the left arm, lengthening out through that back heel. One more round of breath here. And then float the left hand down, bring the knee down, switch sides. Left foot back, right arm forward. Pull the belly up and in. Deepen the breath here. This is phase 1. If you want to go for the gusto, phase 2, big breath in. Exhale, pull the belly and lift that back heel. Square the hips, gazing forward. Deepen the breath. One more round of breath here. Feel the strength in the pose as you engage that core. Pull the belly up and in and lengthen out through the arm and leg. Release. Child's pose. Knees wide, big toes together. Settle sits bones. The sits bones are the bony part of your bum if you didn't know that. And then release to the floor. Take care of your neck. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, soften and release the hips, the glutes, the low back. Soften and release the neck, the shoulders. Round of breath here. And then inhale, big breath in. Neutral tabletop position, clear your mat. We're going to move into down dog. Now, socks and sticky mats are not really the best of friends. Socks on sticky mats can cause slippage. I, however, am rocking my yoga socks that hubby gave me for Christmas a few years ago, and they've got some built-in traction to help them work with the sticky mat well. So please be advised at home, take your socks off or have some sticky yoga socks as you go into standing poses on your mat to prevent you from having a fall. Okay, so here we go. From neutral tabletop position, I'm going to bring my hands forward. Wrists are shoulder width apart. Knees are hip width apart. Feet are hip width apart. Big breath into the belly. Exhale, draw the belly up and in, push back. I'm gonna push my heart back to my knees, root the toes into the floor, walking my dog, straightening one leg, bending the other, and deepening the breath. So I'm working on pushing my heart back towards my knees. Rooting down strong through my hands, rooting my fingertips into the floor. And then come into the full extension of the pose. Deepen the breath. One more round of breath here. And then release the pose. Coming to a comfortable seated position for meditation. If you'd like to stretch out on the floor in a Shavasana, go for it. Or if you'd feel more comfortable sitting in a chair, please make yourself comfortable. So find that comfortable position for your meditation today, and then close your eyes. Settle the focus inward to the breath. Bringing in the relaxing breathing pattern here, pulling the breath into the count of 3, and then extend your exhale to 5. Now imagine pulling the breath in through the crown of your head, expanding with the inhale. And as you exhale, send the breath down through the body, through the sits bones, into the earth. Think of the exhale as a letting go. Inhale to 3. Pull the breath in through the crown of the head. Exhale to 5. Send the breath down through the body into the earth. And imagine roots growing from your tailbone, from the sits bones, anchoring down deep into the earth. With every exhale, send those roots down into the earth even more. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, soften, release. Feel yourself rooting, anchoring down into the stability of the earth. Allow your breath to deepen. Take a moment to scan the body from head to toe. Feeling into the difference that you have created through your yoga practice. Gently open the eyes. Thank you for taking a little time to anchor into the peace of this good earth with me today. Namaste.